This podcast is sponsored by nobody.
Hey dudes, this is Stephanie Hodge, Jenny from Unhappily Ever After, and you are listening to Tommy Throwback Kovac on Splat from the Past. What a fabulous fella he is.
Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things could get totally radical. Well, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. This is my first show back since the 23rd, and today I will be welcoming back my good friend Stephanie Hodge, very funny comedian, actress. She will be making a record-breaking 8th time on here. She ties with Diane Franklin for 8 times, and it's always a fun, no-filtered conversation with Stephanie. She's one of my good friends, and I just adore her. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. And we're just days away from New Year's Eve. I'm finishing out the year in style. I've got some great milestone anniversary guests this week to finish out the year. And then I've got some great guests to kick off the first week of 2022. You will all fucking love it. So, here is my new interview with Stephanie Hodge.
Hello.
Hey, Steph. Welcome back.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm pretty good. This is, this is your 8th time on the show, I realized today.
Really?
Yes, you tie with Diane Franklin.
Oh my God. That's pretty exciting.
It is. Oh my God. Yeah, I had her come on back in September for the 8th time and stuff. You know, when I first started the podcast, she was willing to come on any time because I was having trouble getting guests and stuff. And then she told me beforehand, she's like, okay, we got to stop now because we're just running out of things to talk about. And plus, she knows how busy I am, so yeah. But she said I'm welcome to call her privately anytime, so.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So you are doing really well, yeah?
Yeah, oh my God, it's just been an amazing 2021, and 2022 is going to be just as good.
I'm so glad. I am so glad.
Yeah.
You deserve good. You do.
Thank you. So how was your Christmas?
It was good. Very low-key, very silly, very fun. Just me and my squatters.
Squatters?
My husband and my child. Yeah, it was fun because we just, did nothing. Hung out, ate food, watched movies, said stupid things, and made each other laugh. It was really good.
Oh, wish I had been there. You worked at Macy's, right?
Yeah, I worked on Christmas Eve, which was also my birthday.
Yeah, how was your birthday?
Oh, that was fun. It really was. It was fun. I come home from work on the 23rd, and the day before, there's a huge flower arrangement in the window, and there's one on the table, and there's a note on the table.
Yeah.
That my husband printed out that said, "You do not see these flowers. These flowers do not exist.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight at 12:36 a.m., they will exist. Then you can see them. Happy birthday." Not yet.
Oh my God.
Then I get home from work on the 24th, and there's a door on the front door. It says, "Happy." Then I come in, next to the flowers, it says, "Birthday."
And then did he go down? Did you go down?
No, because old people. But
Old people.
Oh, he tore his rotator cuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's so painful, and it's just this moaning when he rolls over in his sleep. Oh Jesus!
I remember I interviewed the school teacher in A Christmas Story, and I told her, I used to have a fantasy of her blowing me, and she told me that oh, that used to be her specialty, but then she got old.
Well, it can get dangerous, if you get cataracts. So
Yeah.
you can do some serious damage to each other if you have cataracts.
Yeah.
Or a bad neck, you know? Just so many things. So many things.
Yeah. Well, me and my mom, we went to my godparents' house and had prime rib. They do that every They do that every year. Yeah. And it was just a nice low-key Christmas. My brother was in the Bay Area seeing my nephew and niece. And yeah, that was about it. Ate a lot of candy like I do every year.
Oh my God, the food consumption is outrageous. For us too. It's like we just sit down at a trough and go and get everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be going back on the diet again come January 1st. I just need to get this weight off because I'm gonna be 39 next year, the last year of my 30s.
Oh my word, are you really? That's like, I don't know why I expect me to get older, but I don't expect anybody else to. I know, I just think I'm an idiot. I think I'm you know how people say you get older, you start really investigating yourself and
Yeah.
looking at yourself from all the different angles and finding out your truth. I'm an idiot. That's my truth.
Yeah, everybody gets old. Everybody does.
39. 39. Wow.
Oh God,
Pretty cool though. You reach a point of freedom when you hit 40 that you didn't know about before.
I had a shitty 30th birthday. Well, it was good overall, but it was also shitty at the same time because I was just a drunken wreck. And I had a friend who died at the same time. I went to his funeral on my birthday, and people were like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "Because that's the only day it's happening," you know?
Yeah. Oh my word, that's rough. That's really rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. And I went on my first camping trip not long after that, and I swam with fishes, and you couldn't get me to do that, you know, years before. I was just a chicken shit, but I think the alcohol helped.
Definitely, definitely. We are all brave and mysteriously talented when we're drinking.
Yeah. That's so true.
Oh man. So, you know that it's so weird, the whole diet thing.
Uh-huh.
It's so hard. It just is. It's just hard.
It is.
And at the holidays, it's the worst because people just shove food at you.
Yeah.
They do. It's like you walk by somebody, they go, "Here, eat this. It's the holidays."
Yeah, have some more.
Eat more. I can't. I feel like I'm going to be sick. So be sick. Then eat more. You have room. You know, there's no sensibility about it.
Yeah, we had a nice honey glazed ham on Christmas Eve, and we're like at the finish line with it and stuff. We're thinking about making a ham and beans soup or something like that.
Yeah, that's the great thing. You know, that's the fun thing about those meals with the hams and the turkeys.
Mm-hmm.
You can eat that over and over and over again, but never really know it's the same.
Yeah. That is true.
We had pizza for my birthday. I get to choose what we eat every year for my birthday. And this year I was like, pizza.
From where?
Right? We got Amy's frozen pizza, the healthy stuff.
Oh.
Spinach. Yeah. And then we had the birthday cake.
Birthday cake. What was the birthday cake?
Oh my God, it was so pretty. It was all red on the outside with about an inch of icing. And then just a vanilla cake inside because, you know, I got the allergy to the chocolate.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
I ate a full brick of that cheese, that cake.
Yeah. I know, when I was 23, you know, I ate most of my birthday cake, and I had a couple pizzas from Domino's, you know, and then I had my physical that week, you know, my cholesterol was high and stuff, and I had to go on a diet, and I did. I was much stronger then, and I didn't have life experience yet. Now it's just harder for me, you know, and I got metal in my leg. I can't exercise the way I used to. It's really tough.
It is tough. There should be, you know, I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like they put enough science behind it.
Right.
And everybody's different. Everybody's metabolism, everybody's body reacts differently to food.
Yeah, I know. And I hate it when people ask me what I'm doing on my diet to lose all that weight because they're looking for, speedy results, and
Yeah.
it's like you can't get that, and plus, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you because everyone's body is different and everyone has to get, a really good diet from their doctor when they go get a checkup.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah.
And there's some people, it's like, I ultimate respect for people who can stick to a vegan diet. I don't get that. But, that's them and God bless them and seriously have a lot of respect for it. But there are people, vegetarians, but there are people who cannot survive without meat.
Oh, yeah. Like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And it's so bizarre to get into arguments with people going, I hardly ever eat meat. Really,
Right.
we don't eat that much meat, maybe once a week. And I mean fish and, fowl and meat all sort of combined into living flesh stuff. But maybe once a week. But I've had arguments with like vegetarians and vegans saying, well, you're throwing it all off and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, what happens if I don't eat meat? I get really, really sick. That's
Right.
what happens to me.
Yeah.
The science thing, it's not me just hating on the cows.
Yeah.
I like the cows. I like them parboiled and I like them fried. Yeah, I could go for a big slab of cow right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having some steaks tonight. I can't wait.
It's not like it's bad for you. Everything's a carcinogen. Life is a carcinogen. Life will kill you. Basic truth. So relax,
Yeah. They just get fucking preachy all the time about it.
I'm so tired of the preachers. I'm tired of all the preaching. Man, I'm telling you, it's something. It's just something. People out there. So I got called a peasant yesterday at work.
A peasant.
A peasant. Of all the things that somebody could call me, and probably justifiably so, I just never have been called a peasant before.
Well, not to get too political, but do you think that lockdown number 3 is in order?
I think lockdown number 3 is in order, and I think it's in order because of people who refuse to participate in the health and well-being of their countries. Period.
Yeah.
I know people who cannot get vaccinated because of their health and age. They're terrified. They live in abject terror because they can't even go to the grocery store without wondering if they're going to get it and die.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody would just do what they're supposed to do, like we did with polio and German measles and all that, then these people could just live their lives and not be in fear all the time.
I got my booster shot the week of Thanksgiving, and I said to Rudy the other day, I said, do your balls itch? Because my balls itch ever since I got this booster shot. Because this woman I knew, she said that she was feeling itchy down below after getting her booster shot. I'm like, God, is this part of the side effects,
Or do y'all have something else in common?
Yeah. I mean, it's been really annoying. I mean, there's days where it'll go away and days where it will come back. It's just...
Yeah. You know what's weird?
Mm-hmm.
My skin is itchy. All of my skin got itchy.
Yeah.
My whole body itched. Like, I thought, okay, this is it. I'm just going to get a knife, rip my skin off, hang it outside over the balcony for a couple of days, then I'll put it back on. And both my daughter and I got really, really itchy.
Yeah. I freaking hope. I hope that we made the right decision with this. I really hope so. I talked to my friend yesterday who's 70 and she will not get vaccinated, but she sounded like she's starting to consider it. She didn't say it, but it sounded like she's considering it because she cannot go anywhere and she's just been cooped up in her apartment for months and months now.
That'll drive you crazy.
Yeah.
That will. All that, just being inside. It's like working at Macy's. It's amazing to me how many people are like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing it? I have been locked in this place with these two people
Yeah.
for so long, why not?
Our local...
I can act when I want to act. They work around my schedule completely. I'm having a hell of fun. It's so much fun. I get out, and I'm definitely getting my steps in. So,
Yeah.
why not?
I had a look...
It's just the people. Oh, my God. Everybody I have said, you cannot be in here without a mask because that's the mandate. You cannot be in the mall without a mask.
Yeah.
I have masks. Would you please take them from me and wear them while you're inside? They do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever said no.
Yeah, I just had this crazy thought the other day. I thought to myself, Biden is now the new Reagan, just with his dementia that he's getting, and it seems like the politicians are becoming suicide terrorists.
Oh my God. It's just, I'm still amazed. I mean, he's fucked up a couple of times pretty royally.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But he's also done good stuff. And he's got such a shit show to clean up after.
Yeah.
He does. The U.S. Postal Service is still a disaster.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Postal Service always has. I come from a family of mailmen, and me, my dad, and my youngest uncle are the only ones who never went into the post office, although I did try during my homeless days because I was desperate for anything, and I couldn't get anything with the post office. And I get post-traumatic stress disorder every time I walk by our local mail center because I just remember having a P.O. box for almost 4 years, and it was a frightening time for me.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Everything's so screwy. I just don't know what it's going to take. It's just amazing to me being in public and being around people all day.
Mm-hmm.
And getting tested a lot. I get tested a lot. Thank you, SAG-AFTRA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, they expedite the results, so I know I don't have anything. But to come home every day and literally just take off my shoes, drop my clothes at the door, walk naked into the bathroom and get in the shower is like decontamination. And it feels like it. It just really feels like it.
Yeah.
I understand people who cannot get the vaccine. I understand that. I'm not mad at them. I'm sorry about that for them. I worry about them. But the people who can and won't get it, 100% of the cases, new cases, of this new strain of COVID, I forget where it was, but I was watching the news, and some doctor came on and said 100% of the patients have not been vaccinated.
Yeah.
100%. There's not a single person in hospital with a new variant that's been vaccinated.
Yeah.
If it keeps you out of the hospital, that's worth it. Right there. That's worth it.
Yeah. This whole Omicron thing, or Omnicon, whatever it's called.
I don't know how to say it.
Sounds like
I just went with the Omni thing.
Yeah, sounds like a Comic-Con. Omicron. Omicron. I don't know. It's just, when I heard about this thing, it like snuck up on you. Like, oh my God, now what's fucking new? I mean, is the fucking plague gonna come back too? It's just, crazy.
I know, I'm shocked at the way that I'm not a scientist. Clearly, we know I'm not a scientist.
Oh, but you are.
I'm a meteorologist. But I am just in my head, but that still counts. I'm just shocked, at how it happens, and how rapidly and easily this is transmitted. And it's like, what's next? You're right. What is next? What's next? It can't get any more virulent than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can. Black plague.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. This has been just the strangest time, and I listened to podcasts like Rogan and people talking about it. Right, there was that he had that guy who went on, oh God, what's that journalist name? He went on a show back in May, and he denounced the vaccines because there was some stuff in there that was deadly or something. It was really, really scary listening to this guy.
Yeah, but there's nothing deadly in the vaccines.
Right.
That's not true. And people say things. I mean, the whole big lie thing is out there, and that's what's being used to intimidate people. The polio vaccine was more dangerous.
Right.
Way more dangerous than any vaccine we have for this. And I just don't understand. It's being politicized. Trump says it's bad. Yeah, well, Trump got his 2 shots and his booster, so there you go. But it's one of those things where he starts this shit. People latch onto it, whether or not they're Trumpian does not matter. That's inconsequential to that kind of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's malicious. I think it's just uneducated. I think it's just what suits their fears and their scenario, they're going to accept. Because anything else doesn't maintain their life at a certain level. And they enjoy that level. Am I making any sense?
You are making sense. Yeah. It's just scary how every tragedy that's happened in the last 20 years, it's happened because of a president.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong with politics. That's what's wrong with every single country. Presidents work for the people, and someone needs to remind every single one of them of that fact.
Yeah.
Because, there's this sort of regime thing happening all over. And with every single president, there's a little regime,
Mm-hmm.
And we can't say Trump is the first one to try to make a regime. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single president did that, or does that. It's just in different ways, and sometimes it's good for us, sometimes it's not so good for us. Sometimes it's a really bad, stupid idea.
Oh, yeah.
That hurts us, but it's one of those things where we can't pretend like the whole electoral thing isn't just so screwy.
Yeah.
I should be queen, and you can be my king. Lance doesn't want to get involved. He's busy.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
every time I say, let's be king and queen, he goes, I don't want to be king. I'm busy. I'm just too busy.
The Hollywood show in January, they're going to have a Star Trek reunion, and they're going to have anybody left alive who's ever been a guest star on the original Star Trek is going to be there.
Oh my God.
I talked to Barbara Luna. After she retired from acting, she started booking her friends at signing shows and stuff, and she put this together. I was looking at the lineup. Oh my God, they got Brill and McCall showing up because Charlie Brill was on Star Trek once.
Oh my God.
Yeah, people forget they went on the Ed Sullivan Show after the Beatles and they bombed.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
People forgot who the comedy team was because Billy Crystal did that movie Mr. Saturday Night where his character Buddy Young Jr. goes on after the Beatles. So people forgot that for a while. Yeah, I'm going to try to get them. I'm going to try to get Brill and McCall on here because Charlie Brill is very active on Facebook in his 80s.
That would be incredible. I would love that. That would be great.
Yep, we shall see. I'll tell you, amongst all the great people I talk to, I love talking to the forgotten journeyman actors from cult movies. People who were like local hires on movies or wherever they were shooting in the Midwest or something, or people who just got fucked by Hollywood, got strung up on drugs, or blacklisted for not fucking somebody or something. They got great stories, and they give me chills.
That would be incredible. That would be an incredible thing. That stuff needs to be recorded somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the history. That's the important part of the history. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, later today, there's a shitload of emails I'm going to send out to book next week. I got my first guest booked already for January 2nd that I booked at the end of October and stuff. Her father composed music for this children's movie that I used to watch when I was a kid called Savannah Smiles, and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Ken Sutherland did the music, and his daughter is gonna come on. She commented on YouTube how much she loved the fact that so many people loved her father's music, and I reached out to her there on YouTube, and it was months and months before she saw it. And when she did, end of October, we connected through email, and she said, "Yes, I would love to come on your show." And so we're gonna do that on Sunday the 2nd.
Oh my God, that's so great.
Yeah, she's a pretty lady
Oh.
too.
Have you checked your back lately for wings, Mr. Soaring? Jesus.
Oh,
That was such an old lady thing to say, wasn't it? I'm an old lady now, so I just say that stupid stuff.
well, pre-car accident, it was always Red Wings, but who's counting?
There you go. Well, whatever kind works, really. That's all that's important.
Yeah, did you hear the one I did with George McGrath?
No, I haven't heard the whole thing yet. I started it and then got interrupted by these peasants I live with. Peasants, see? Now there's a new word in my vocabulary I can use against others. Great.
Well, he had an interesting take on Big Top Pee Wee, I'll tell you. He told me 3 of the Piccola Poopola brothers were Italian immigrants, and the tallest one, he was a working actor in Hollywood, and he just thought to himself, why you got these other guys who can't speak English? Can't you get 4 working actors in Hollywood who can play Italian pretty well? It does make sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my word.
So now I've had him, you, Lynn Stewart, V. Neal, and Joey Arias on. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 5 of you.
Boy, it was really funny is I don't mean this in any negative way.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about him in such a long time, just because, life. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the living room, and I'm reading something on my iPad, and all of a sudden, his face just appeared in my head, and I went, oh my God, Fred. And then a couple of days later, I'm going, oh my God, he's going to do this, okay? That was weird, but that was fun. And I am so mad I haven't been able to listen to it yet.
Yeah, well, go right ahead because it's a pretty good one. He's a very shy, reserved guy, but he's a real gentleman.
I've never had anything. My memories of him are just being that.
Yeah.
And being really eager to teach you something if you wanted to learn it, too.
Yeah.
Happy to share the knowledge. Which has always been kind of a rare thing when you think about it, isn't it? But, any questions I ever had or wanted to ask, I'll help you. I'll tell you. It's okay. I can show you. It's very, very lovely things.
Yeah, I mean, this year, I talked to Tommy Chong, and I fucking can't believe I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about the coughing. I'm not dying. I'm just choking to death.
It's okay. Coughing happens all the time on here, especially from me. But yeah, I couldn't believe
I'm
it.
drinking tea, so I'm an old lady. I'm in bed. Oh, this is fun. Our heat went out.
I started seeing Tommy Chong do all these Zoom interviews on YouTube, and I was like, okay, now's the time for me to get him, because I tried getting him in 2019 and I never heard back, but I did hear back, and it was fucking amazing. He's a guy who likes to tell these long ass stories, and I only had an hour with him and shit. I had to cut a lot of shit out, but I got a lot of good shit in. So
well, if he's done it once, he'll do it again, right?
maybe. I
He's
never
doing the extended version of Tommy Chong.
I never asked, but maybe.
Well, sure, why not?
I don't know. Sometimes lightning doesn't strike twice.
Well, yeah, that's true.
When you have someone amazing like him, someone iconic,
Yeah.
He told me a funny story. He got into a fist fight with John Sebastian once.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's kind of startling.
Yeah, because
That's kind of ironic.
well, Tommy used to own a club in Toronto, before him and Cheech got together. And this was like right at the beginning of him and Cheech getting together. I guess the Living Spoonful or something was playing at the club and stuff, and they got into a fight, and Cheech got into the middle of it too. He said.
Oh my God.
And John Sebastian is known to be like one of the nicest guys in rock and roll.
That's yeah. That's. I would never imagine those two throwing hands. That's just.
Yeah. I talked to the bass player from the Living Spoonful last year, and he was a very eccentric, odd guy.
Really? How? In what way?
He's a guy who operates at his own frequency. You ask him something, he takes you into another direction, and then takes you back around.
Oh, he's a okay.
Oh yeah, I've talked to plenty of those guys and women too. Trust me. What's her name from the Russ Meyer movie Up? Raven Dela Cruz. She's one of those people. Oh my God, that's one of my most downloaded episodes. And also, I know another guy who interviewed her. That's his most downloaded episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's crazy. It really is.
How related is crazy to talent, do you think?
I think they're pretty close.
It's nice that we have entertainment like movies and TV and stuff, because otherwise a lot of crazy people just be walking the streets.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, they already do, especially in San Francisco, where I'm from.
Oh, my God. I haven't been to San Francisco in so long.
I know, it needs you back, It's been 30 years since you did that special,
Jesus. Oh, my God. I'm an old woman.
I'm an old woman.
Does that mean I can start saying dirty things? I guess, with the mask, I look pretty good, because I have women younger than me calling me, Miss, yeah, thank you, young lady. Aren't you a sweet girl? I'm like, bitch, are you blind?
Yeah.
But I guess you can say more stuff and do more things when you're old, because you're older and you're crazier. So, there. I'm using that from now on.
Yeah, you could do it young, too.
Hey, I did an episode of Young Sheldon last week.
Oh, yeah, how was that?
That was fun. That was incredibly fun. I haven't had that much fun in a long time. Everything was, I've never seen a more perfect set. I'm not even bullshitting.
Is Chuck Lorre involved with it?
The what?
Is Chuck Lorre involved with it?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think. Let me see on the paper. Chuck Lorre. And
I don't.
a whole bunch of people.
I don't think you're ever going to see a long run like The Big Bang Theory again.
Yeah, no, I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah.
These are guys who are in their 5th year. But it was so great that I get to work with.
Yeah.
Who I get to work with. And working working with Wallace Shawn was crazy.
Oh, you worked with Wally Shawn?
Yes. Oh, my God. And yeah.
Oh.
I can't even, and Ed Begley Jr. Those are the 2 adults I worked with.
Ed Begley Jr. also? Wow.
Yeah, and I worked with the kid, Ian, is just, oh my God. I was just so fucking happy the whole time.
you know Ed Begley Jr. did stand-up.
Yes, I know.
He was a comedy team with Michael Richards.
Oh my God.
And then he got drafted in Vietnam, and then Begley went solo. He was a Comedy Store guy, and, he essentially got out of stand-up because he just couldn't be around the cocaine and the partying anymore.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that.
He told that story to Mark Maron, and, he never tells those stories, but he told Maron those stories.
Wow. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Working with them is incredible, and I'm standing across this. I I play a shady barkeep.
Yeah.
I love my life. I'm standing on one side of the bar, and I'm scary and intimidating, which always tickles me when I get to be scary and intimidating. And they're like, "Oh, take one look at that bitch; she'll kill you." I love that so much because I mostly would just scream, cry, and drop into a fetal position. So I get to live out the fantasy of being a tough bitch.
You are a tough bitch.
Well, in certain ways, I am scrappy. I will get scrappy. But to see those three faces, and I'm looking at my 2 bucket list. I want to work with these people, Wally and Ed, and this Ian, this kid who's never going to have problems. He's going to transition into an adult, creative person really easily. It's not going to make him crazy. And they're all making a face at me after asking a ridiculous question. And I thought my heart would stop. I literally was like, don't laugh, don't crack, smile, don't move your face. Do not move your face. Don't move your face. Stop moving your face. Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember when Wally Shawn was in this Catholic school movie called Heaven Help Us. Just before the school dance starts, he's making a speech telling everybody that they're going to burn in hell because of lust. It's so damn funny. And I remember after he's done reciting this speech, they do this shot of him just walking, out of there. And I remember they used to cut it out on Comedy Central, and I was like, oh God, that was one of the best parts of the scene, that they cut it out. It was classic. Yeah.
I was so stupid starstruck with both those guys. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You don't understand. Princess Bride, Wally and Princess Bride was just...
Oh, yeah. He did this movie. He did a movie with Tony Danza called She's Out of Control, where he's a psychiatrist. Tony Danza's a psychiatrist, and he tells him, do you know how many times a boy thinks about sex every day? 649 times a day.
Oh my God. That's incredible. So yeah, that was cool.
That is so cool. I saw you post a picture the other day from Evolution, and we've talked about this movie before, but that's one of your highlights, right, of your acting.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, it was. I always wanted to do a science fiction movie, and I wanted it to be a stupid one. You know what I mean? A funny one that had stupid things in it because, as a sci-fi fan, you expect certain things.
Right.
Like you do in horror. And if they're not there, you just sort of feel let down. So, yeah, that was really fun. That was fun. And that was good for me.
Yeah. What was David Duchovny like?
He was just a nice guy. He was just a nice guy. Just a nice, regular, old, down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
Very funny. Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. And I'm waiting for him to do some asshole thing. And he never did.
Yeah, who I loved in it was Ethan Suplee.
Oh, God.
He's lost a lot of weight now. He was on Rogan about, 7-8 months ago. He's lost a lot of weight.
Has he?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Remember...
Let's keep people alive. I mean, I think people should live.
I remember when he was in the Kevin Smith movie Mallrats. He's obsessed with this 3-dimensional picture of a sailboat, and he's trying to fucking see the sailboat, but he can't. And this kid breaks his concentration and mouths off to him, right? And it's Easter time, and he's like, you know what? There is no Easter Bunny. Over there, that's just a guy in a suit. Oh, it's so freaking funny the way he does it. He looks He looks so psychotic, too, when he says it. Yeah, he's brilliant.
Don't you wish they'd make more good movies. What's going on?
I know.
We need more movies.
I was thinking about it the other day. There's no more fucking good comedies being released in the theaters. They're all on Netflix, and they're made so fucking cheaply. It's embarrassing. And I've only seen a handful of good ones. You know, did you see Good on Paper with Liza Schlesinger?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's based. It's good. Yeah, it's based on a toxic relationship she had. She was fooled by this guy for over a year, right? He lied about his life to her, and then as it turns out, you know, it was all a fucking big lie, you know, that he was a Harvard graduate and his mother was dying of cancer, and it turned out it wasn't true. Just this crazy shit. They were friends for 3 months, and then they dated for a year, and then she found all this shit out.
Oh my God.
And then I can't remember. I don't know if it happened in real life, but in the movie, he sues her for something near the end of the movie, and then she discovers that everything was a lie, and she ends up winning the case. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, it's got Margaret Cho's in it. She plays her best friend.
Oh, that's good. See, more reason to watch. I like Margaret.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious. I just talked to one of her closest friends, who's a belly dancer in her burlesque shows, Pleasant Gaiman. Oh, she is a force of nature and fucking funny, I'll tell you. She's been, you know, a punk rock musician, a journalist, novelist, you know, tarot reader. I mean, she's done it all, and a belly dancer, and she's just friggin' hilarious with the stories that she's got. You know, she accidentally smoked pot with Tony Curtis one time when she first moved to L.A.
And you accidentally.
She was at an event, you know, and this guy offered her pot, and she wasn't looking at him in the eye. She just took the joint from him, smoked it, and then looked, and it was Tony Curtis.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Boy, that'd be a moment.
My friend I mentioned, the one who was not vaccinated, she was a stand-in on the Bad News Bears Go to Japan, and she told me that Tony Curtis called her Spinner. And back then, she took it as sexual harassment, but now she wears it like a badge of honor. She says, Tony fucking Curtis can call me anything he wants. He is such a dreamboat.
Dreamboat, that's a good phrase. I like that phrase.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, God. Margaret's great, though. She really is. She's been through a lot. She's great.
Yeah. Oh, where's my G-spot? At the nearest Shell station. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you.
I you know, it's another one of those amazing stories where, you know, she paid her dues for like 10 years in San Francisco. She got a sitcom, and it was doing well, but they fucking pulled it. You know,
Yeah.
All American Girl. It just got pulled, and then she became this, you know, subversive, underground, nonconformist, you know, one-woman show star. After that, it's just amazing how the trajectory changed that way.
It is. It's weird. It's bizarre. She handles everything really well, though.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I was with her once a long, long time ago. Long ago.
Oh, you did a show with her
And
once?
far away.
You did a show with her once?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Who are some of the comedians you knew coming up that you're surprised never made it?
You know, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Oh my God!
I'm always surprised when people stop at a certain level or, don't make it and should have. And there's so many. There's just so many.
There were in your generation, there were a lot of, you know, actors doing stand-up as a backdoor in, but there was a lot of great comedians that were fucking artists that just didn't get the break that they deserved, you know?
Yeah.
There was, like, you know, David Tyree.
Oh, God.
I thought he was fucking brilliant. He got to do Rodney Dangerfield's last HBO Young Comedian special. By that point, no one was watching those specials anymore because there was oversaturation of comedy on TV, right? And he was the best one on that special, and he should have been huge. But it did lead to him headlining and having a pretty good career until he retired, you know?
Yeah. I just don't understand how it works, you know.
Yeah.
I never liked contests because they're always rigged.
Yeah.
100% of the time, they're rigged.
Yeah, it's crazy, and you know he because he's retired, he won't do any podcasts. I've tried getting him on here, and I know people have tried getting him on theirs, and just like he won't do it because he thinks that going on someone's podcast is like work, you know.
Oh, God.
Let's see,
No.
who else? Tim Thomerson. I thought he was brilliant.
Tim Thomerson, he was great.
Yeah, yeah. He called David Bowie David Blowy. Do you remember Billy Braver?
Oh, God, kind of.
Okay, by the time
That's for me, I can't.
he was out of the game by the time you did stand up, but he back in the 70s, right? Okay, so his shtick was, you know, he was this little neurotic Jewish guy who had muscles. He worked out and he wore construction overalls and carried a lunchbox, and he would go on every show, everything, all the rock shows like American Bandstand and Don Kirshner's rock concerts and Midnight Special, and he'd go on Dinah Shore and Johnny Carson and Merv Griffin and all those shows, and he would do the shtick, right? And he walked away from a sitcom deal, and he sold a script at a major movie studio, and he walked away from them both just so he could take care of his sick parents. And then when he went back to comedy a year later, nobody wanted him. And the Moody Blues offered him a opening spot on their tour, and he took it, and his heart was not in it the entire time. And so the last gig, he said to the audience, "This is the last time I'm ever setting foot on stage," and they laughed, you know, and he had kind of a breakdown on stage. And then for like 25 years, he was working at a used car dealership in L.A., and Jay Leno, who was one of his good friends in comedy, was his best customer.
Oh, my God.
And so,
Wow.
and so he went back to stand up. He's been performing at the Laugh Factory the last 15 years or so.
Wow, that's good. It's rough. It's just rough.
Yeah, and the guys who made Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the Kyoto brothers, they were actually the ones who planted the seed of him coming back because they were asking him to do voiceovers for this web series that they were doing in the late 2000s.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wanted to meet the Kyoto brothers when they were at Monsterpalooza a few years ago, but they were each charging $40 for an autograph, so I was like, no thanks.
$40, no two folks? Come on.
Yeah. Was Jack Raymond around when you were doing it?
No. No.
Yeah, Jack Raymond, Mitzi Shore told him to wear a yellow jacket and call himself Jackie Bananas, and he did. He did for a while. I found him on LinkedIn, and I sent him a message. He viewed my profile, and that was that. I never heard from him, and I was hoping that I was going to get Jackie Bananas this year. I tried getting him. I tried to
get fat and get a puppet.
I tried getting him. I tried getting, do you remember Noodles Levenstein?
Yes.
I tried getting him, and he never responded to my emails. And one guy I would love to find, someone told me he's back in Michigan, retired now, is Tom Sharp. He was the bald guy. You know, he used to do those silly songs with the acoustic guitar about his bald head.
Oh, my God, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and he did those commercials all the time. He was always the spokesman for something.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's just how many of us have floated around? It's creepy.
I know. I mean, yeah, you go check out the headshots on the wall at the Comedy Store, and you see people there. You wonder like whatever fucking happened to them in their careers, you know?
Yes, and it's usually like one weird moment. There's just one weird moment that changes everything, and usually it's not fair.
Yeah.
So many good people, you know, just so many good people.
There's so many good people, and a lot of them are monsters too.
Yeah, that's true. Plenty monsters. Plenty of those.
Comedy, it's a dark, serious game.
It is. It's so funny, and people talk about it, and I'm like, no, civilians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been so great. Why'd you stop? It must have been so great traveling around and seeing all those fabulous places.
Oh, it can be great doing that, you know, but it can also be just monotonous after a while.
Mm-hmm. And you have to do radio interviews, and you have to do some other promotional thing. So you don't really ever see where you are.
Yeah.
You're not there long enough, and you're just really tired. And every week it's some new guy you have to share your life with.
Yeah.
Who's looking at you like, fuck, it's a woman.
Yeah, sometimes there'll be some dick involved, you know. There'll be a radio host who's like, "This is my house. These are my rules," you know, and you know because they don't want to be upstaged. And it's usually a guy who did stand up comedy himself, and now he's fucking bitter because he has to go to work. You know, he's got a family to feed.
Yeah, and you know what? The same couch, every fucking condo in the whole world has that same fucking comedy couch.
Oh, you know what I heard? When Pat Benatar was at the height of her fame, she used to have guys, you know, radio guys, you know, come on to her and say things like, "Yeah, I'll put that song on the air, but you know, you got to have a quickie with me," or something like that. And she'd be like, "Fuck you," you know, and she probably need these guys in the balls, I'll tell you.
I hope so.
Cuz she's a tough bitch.
Oh, God. That shit was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah. There was I just interviewed Adrienne Barbeau, right? And she is so nice, so friendly, so personable. But she did a radio interview in the late 70s where some guy asked her a question. I can't remember what the question was about. I'm, I'm, I think it was a question along the lines of, so what's it like, you know, not necessarily being known for your acting talent, but being known for your breasts or something like that. And that pissed her off, and it was in the newspapers at that time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God. Well, come on, you gotta admit she certainly is endowed.
Yeah, she is.
And you look at all of her past photos and promo pictures and stuff, and they are predominant.
She's in her
so.
She's in her 70s, but she's got like at least a 50-year-old's body. She doesn't have a single wrinkle near her chest area at all.
I know. I don't even understand how that's possible. I would eat a live goat to have that.
Eat a live goat.
There she is. She's fabulous. She's
Adrienne
Barbeau. In this house, there's a shrine to Adrienne Barbeau.
Eat a sacrificial lamb.
I'll eat the entrails of your newborn.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Placenta and all. I made this friend doing the podcast who's a comedian in my age group. She does open mic, and she's a waitress at the Comedy Store. Her name's Joy, and she's a massage therapist primarily, but she also writes novels. I mean, she does a lot. And her husband is older than she is by about 12 years or so. And they're awesome people. They talk about me on their podcast occasionally, and she's been a very good friend of mine. One thing they do that I absolutely love, they always make fun of my belly button fetish. Always.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Hey. Everybody has their thing, you know.
Yeah, but she is so damn funny, and her and her husband, they're funny together. I mean, they're like the perfect couple because they both have no filter and don't give a fuck, and They're so much fun. They experimented with having a guest on, right? And at one point they were going to have me on, but since then, after that experiment, I don't think they're interested in having any guests on. So that could change, and they probably will have me on if that does change because they do love me. But yeah, I'm very lucky with that. She posted.
Oh.
She posted a picture of a satanic tattoo that she had. I think it's fake. I don't think it's real. It was a satanic tattoo, and I commented. I said I'm not going to call the devil Satan anymore. I'm going to call him Red Jesus. And she laughed out loud at that. Yeah.
That's very funny.
I did a tribute to Jane Mansfield. I interviewed this historian who wrote a book about her, and that crazy fucking Satanist Anton LaVey. He
Oh
claimed
yeah,
he,
I know.
yeah, I know
Crazy.
he claimed he got her into Satanism. Yeah.
He was just having some fun. He was like goofing, and everybody took him seriously.
Well, yeah. Well, that shows you what an opportunist piece of shit he was. There's people out there like that, especially Satanists.
Have you read his Bible? It's hilarious. Funny.
I'm sure it is. No, I'm afraid to.
Oh, no, don't be afraid. It's like hilarious. It's like be kind to everyone, and do for other people what you'd want them to do for you. That's just basic human decency. But if they screw you over, fucking kill them. There you go. Okay, I understand the mindset.
Do you remember that national?
You don't do these things.
Do you remember that National Lampoon cartoon movie Heavy Metal?
Yes, yeah, I do.
The overall message of that movie is if you fuck someone will fuck you.
Yeah.
I remember one of my earliest interviews was the woman who does the voice of the cab driver's girl in that cab driver sketch story.
Yeah, who is that?
Well, Richard Romanus was the cab driver, and Susan Roman was the voice of that girl. I talked to her a few years ago, and I told her that she's a very polite Canadian girl, and she doesn't swear, and she doesn't talk badly about people. But I told her that. She laughed, and she says, "Yes, Tommy, that would be the correct analysis for the movie." Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have it on Blu-ray. I just interviewed the director of it. He and I had a great conversation.
Oh man, look at all the people you're talking to.
Yeah, I know.
It's so cool. It's just, come on. It's just as it should be. I'm just saying that it should be.
I was supposed
And
to.
it is, and yay.
Yeah, I was supposed to drop a very special interview on Christmas Day at midnight with Yvonne Elliman from Jesus Christ Superstar, and we did not finish that interview. We talked for 45 minutes, and then she had to go because her mom is like 101 years old and she's got dementia, and she had to go take care of her. And then we were trying to get together the next couple of nights to do it before Christmas, and it didn't happen. But she just emailed me the other day and told me that we'll finish it soon, and then I can release the whole thing. And I was like, yes, I can't wait. She was really cool, but she's one of those people who likes to talk,
Yeah.
And it was at midnight over here when I was talking to her. She was in Hawaii. It was 10 o'clock, and I wasn't very chatty at the time.
Well, that's got to be hard. Isn't that hard?
Yeah. I mean, I've talked to a few people at midnight before, people who live in England and stuff, and they're usually not as chatty as she was. So it was just one of those interviews that I just really need a lot of coffee for,
Man, I'm telling you.
Did you ever try to get on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson?
I was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
How come it's not on YouTube? And I think
Johnny Carson broke his leg that day.
I think that's insulting.
Big Leno sat in for him.
Oh, okay. I just think that's insulting. It's not on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, when that was the second time I went. The first time I went, Sean Penn was there, and he was introducing this new actor in this movie he had just done. I don't remember what it was.
Uh-huh.
And he gave Sean Penn, usurped my time with this kid.
Oh.
Johnny Carson came backstage, and he gave me some presents, and he gave me a hug, and he told me he was really sorry, and he got me back on. Then he broke his leg when I went back on.
That is, wow, I never heard that before. So there's this guy, he has a podcast called the Carson Podcast, where he interviews everybody you could possibly think of in show business, whoever was on the Tonight Show or knew Johnny. Anybody. Right?
Yeah.
His name is Mark Malkoff. He's a comedian in New York, and he's been doing this show since 2013 or 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has talked to everyone from Carl Reiner to Steve Binder to Angie Dickinson. And he did an anniversary show not too long ago where he said that after he interviewed Angie Dickinson, it was at her home in L.A., right? And after it was over, she said to him, "When do you go back home?" And he said, "Tomorrow." And she's like, "What are you going to do now?" And he said, "I'm just going to go back to my hotel and just, watch TV." And she said, "No, you're not. You're coming shopping with me in Beverly Hills, and then I'm going to take you to dinner tonight."
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a couple of years ago before the pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like 90 years old. That is so freaking cool. I've never heard anything bad. I've never heard anything bad about Angie Dickinson.
No. That's what's interesting is you always hear if there's some bad stuff. You always hear that.
Yeah.
But you usually don't hear about the good stuff.
Never heard about the
good
good stuff.
But Angie Dickinson, see, another goddess.
Yeah.
And those chicks that were in those movies but in like Flint, you know?
Oh yeah.
Remember those old movies? Those women, oh my God. They don't even exist anymore.
I know, like, what's her name? Monica Vitti, who played Modesty Blaze. That was, the female secret agent in the 60s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I told my dad once I wanted Modesty Blaze on DVD for Christmas, and my uncle, he didn't remember that, and he said, "Modesty Blaze, that sounds like a stripper or a porn star."
She was the coolest, though. Oh, my God.
I told someone that story. They're like, "Yeah, a very shy and humble stripper."
Yes, that's true. Oh well, this stripper with a heart of gold.
Yeah. Modesty. But yeah, there's like her. There's like Raquel Welch, who's still alive. Ursula Andress.
Oh, yeah.
She was a Bond girl, yeah. There's, women like... There's
with Sophia Loren.
Sophia Loren, yeah. There's just... It doesn't... Have you noticed...
Get out of me. She scared me.
Have you noticed that the teenage girls nowadays are freaking, like, anorexic skinny now?
Yeah, it's really disturbing. What's going on?
It's called the vegan diet. The parents raised them with that from, like, the get-go. It's just, oh, my God.
There's a lot of skinny girls. I know, and you see them at the mall. I'm like, oh, when they get a burger. They're so thin, and their ribs stick out, and their neck bones.
I'm from that last generation of teenage girls who had breasts, because it doesn't exist anymore.
Those are gone now, I think.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this from a creepy point of view. I'm saying this from an observant point of view, There were so many girls at my school who had breasts that it was just easy to have a crush on all of them. because they just like boing, boing, it was a crazy time.
Yeah, the onset of hormones. That's like terrifying in the most uniquely wonderful way, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just thinking to myself, how's a teenage boy these days get hard when he sees a girl? Is he like attracted to their minds?
Probably.
It's fucking crazy. So what are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get healthy. No, I mean, I've done a lot of good stuff. I quit smoking. It's been like 5 years, so that's good.
Yeah.
Has it been 5 years? Somebody told me it was 5 years. I don't keep track because I don't know why. I just don't. I have to start working out more because sometimes when I have to bend down at Macy's to get something for somebody, I'm squatting down there. And I'm thinking, I may not be able to get up.
Yeah.
I may have to grab the top of the counter where they will clearly see my hands turning white, trying to pull myself up.
Oh, I got
And you think, please, God, don't let me give out. Not here. Not here. And then miraculously you stand.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to tell you this. I worked one holiday season at Kmart, and they kept me long after the holiday was over. I ended up getting fired in March of that year in 2010. But I had a coworker. She was like a supervisor. She was a African American lady, and her daughter worked there too. And I stayed in contact with both of them on Facebook long after I left. She told me, this mother told me, she always wanted me to make a move on her when we were talking in the break room at Kmart. And I never did because I just wanted to be professional and stuff. But she told me on Facebook like 4 or 5 years later that she wished that, I had just, put my hand down her shirt or something, something like that. And a month ago, she passed away. Yeah.
No.
Her daughter's a basket case, I tell you. Real much a basket case. And she's pregnant with her first child.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, she told me the other day, yeah, my mom really liked you, and she just, wished that, you would hit on her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's complimentary.
It is, very much so. She had these long fingernails, too, she could have tickled me with them. But yeah, my New Year's resolutions, I just, the same thing I've had every year. I want to lose this weight, and I'm going to make the effort to this year, because it's the last year of my 30s. In 2020, my goal was to offend everybody at all costs on the podcast, and I succeeded in many ways. This year, my goal was to be kind, and I'm going to continue to do so as 2022 approaches.
That's the best thing to do. See, that's the other thing. I just reach that point in life where you just and look what we're going through and think about the kids.
Yeah.
Who've gone through this transitional time in their life all alone, locked up in the house with their parents.
Right.
That's horrifying to me. Those kids, they're going to need therapy. All of them. We should just give them therapy now. Truthfully, that's true.
I can't believe people are. Yeah, I can't believe people are having kids during this pandemic. It's like, what fucking memories are they gonna have?
No kidding, and all the babies, there are babies everywhere. They're like dropping from the sky. I'm telling you, there's not a moment I don't hear a baby.
Yeah.
Amazing. And it's kind of weird to realize that's not usual.
Is your daughter interested in having a baby? Is that why you're talking?
No. Nope. She's not having kids. She's not. I said, well, I tried. did my best, you know.
My
And I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Whatever you choose, I'm behind you.
my uncle,
You're the grandbaby, you know, I can get a poodle.
yeah, my uncle, my mom's brother, he sent us a Christmas card, and he never does that, and he knows his health is not good. He did not want my mom to have kids because of the fucked up childhood that she had with my grandmother, you know. But
Yeah.
I think he's proud of me. Finally, I don't think he was for a long time because he saw me at my fucking worst.
Well, and he kept watching, so that's good, you know.
Yeah.
And look at you. You're an amazing person.
Oh.
You're amazing. Your story is amazing. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I got to finish that book. I got to finish that book I started writing, you know, back in January. I've been taking a break because I'm tired of crying, you know.
Yeah, it's purging, isn't it?
It is.
Oh my God.
I was curious, what was the first rock concert you ever attended?
Three Dog Night.
You saw Three Dog Night as your first concert?
Yeah.
My first official concert, because my dad used to take me to the fair and we'd see like Steppenwolf and Tower of Power. But my first like official concert was Alice Cooper in 2000.
Oh my word. That would be great.
Oh, he was fucking great. He did at least one song from every album he ever recorded, with the exception of the albums that he was fucked up on in the early 80s. But almost every album, and it was just magical. They did a really good stage show, and you know, before he got out there, the guy on the PA system was like, "If he finds out that I'm warning you, he will kill me."
Oh my God.
Yeah. And, you know, since then I've seen Aerosmith live. I've seen Night Ranger. I saw Van Halen with Kool and the Gang opening. I shit you not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, to go from "This is Ladies' Night," oh what a fight, to "Ain't Talking About Love." You know, it was crazy.
Oh my God.
I saw Scorpions. I saw Journey and Steve Miller. And Neil Schon and Steve Miller did "Stairway to Heaven" on the acoustic guitar together.
Wow. That's great. That's great stuff. I haven't been to that many. And when I was growing up, where I grew up, you had to go all the way to Cincinnati.
I used to know this guy. He worked at the flower shop close to our bar that I used to work at. He used to come in for drinks all the time. And he was gay. And he told this story about back in the 70s, he saw a lot of great rock concerts in Ohio where he was from. And
Wow.
he said one time he was going to see, I think, Styx and Queen, right? On the same bill. And he had a marijuana joint, and all the cop did was just take it for him. Didn't arrest him, didn't question him, nothing. And I was like, yeah, that's way different than today. This is just before marijuana became legal.
Jesus. And why shouldn't it be legal? Oh, I'm so tired of this ridiculous fight.
I know. It's just like, you know, why can't prostitution be legal?
Exactly. It would be so much healthier and safer.
Well, it's legal in Nevada, and I think New York just legalized it.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
No. I talked to Madame Suzette from the Bunny Ranch, you know, in Vegas a couple of years ago. And I quoted to her that George Carlin quote, you know, selling is legal, fucking is legal. Why isn't selling fucking legal? I just thought that was funny.
That was funny. Man, he was good.
God, I was supposed to interview his daughter. She's been giving me the runaround the last couple of years. I'm at the point now where I'm giving up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, some people get tired of people's agendas, you know, related to their family members. I'll tell you this: I've interviewed a lot of family members of famous people in the last year. God, some of them are really fucked up, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's creepy. It's like working with kids and seeing their families and thinking, oh my God.
I talked to Lou Costello's daughter. She was a twat to me. I talked to Harvey Korman's son. He's a great guy, but you could tell just it's not easy being Harvey Korman's son. He's just people are always coming out of the woodwork and wanting things from him and demanding shit. You know, it's really sad. He had a breakdown. He cried a little bit when we were talking.
Oh no. That's so hard. It's just so hard. Why does it have to be so hard?
I don't know. You know, it's just being an icon's son or daughter. It's just there's a high expectancy there and high responsibility. Like I talked to Mickey Dolan's sister last month, and she told me, yeah, being Mickey Dolan's sister, there's a lot of responsibility there. People expect things from you.
Wow. Wow. See, here we are back to that same question. Why are we so mean?
I don't know.
It's just like, stop.
Yeah, I have no idea. So do you have any...
Go ahead.
It's
funny, too, because I see things that are hilarious to me, but I know that are going to lead to some sort of emotional breakdown later.
Yeah.
I see a little girl, she's like 3, she's adorable. She's with her parents, they're adorable. The whole thing is fucking Christmas adorable. And she keeps saying, you said we could see Santa again, you said we could see Santa again. And her mom goes, okay. And the kid says, where's Santa? And the mom looks at the dad and goes, Santa's outside.
Yeah, Santa Claus is coming on Mom.
Yeah, he's outside. And it's so funny because the kid just looks outside, they open the door, and she runs out there. I'm like, you just sent your kid running into a parking lot, but that's okay. Where she's going to find there is no Santa out there because you lied. That's what she's going to remember.
So do you have any upcoming projects you want to mention?
No, not right now. There's some possibilities, but I don't know yet. So I don't want to curse as I'm talking about.
Do you know when Young Sheldon that episode premieres?
No, I do not. Isn't that is sad? But no, I don't.
Usually it takes about 5 to 6 weeks before an episode premieres after you film it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it is to come. A lobster, an armadillo, and a way bigger number.
A lobster and armadillo.
and a way bigger number. It's episode 515.
I don't think they want you to reveal that.
Oh, okay. That didn't happen. God.
Yeah.
It was so cool, though. It was just so great.
Yeah.
Hey, Wally.
I mean, you sound like you're just glowing about it. You know that it was that fun.
Well, it's also the production. You know, everybody involved in the production is genuinely nice.
Right.
And incredibly professional, and just it was all good. It was just all good. All hail those guys who are doing this. So
Yeah. Oh, that's just so awesome.
Happiness. It's like a set filled with happiness. That is a rare and beautiful thing.
Yeah, if your penis is happy, you're happy.
Exactly. If the boat ain't floating, everything sinks. I'm so glad I'm an hillbilly.
I got jokes for you.
Yes?
What do you call a woman that doesn't squirt?
Oh my God, what do you call a woman that doesn't squirt? I don't know.
An underachiever.
That's terrible. Okay.
What did the amputee say when he crossed the finish line at the Special Olympics?
Oh my God. What did the amputee say?
Look, Mom, no shoes. What do you call a boy that doesn't masturbate? A liar.
Dead? Oh, a liar. I go straight for the coffin. Dead? You know, I'm a cheery person. Things are great. This is going to be entertaining later tonight after we begrudgingly watch Maya Bialik host Jeopardy.
She's hosting Jeopardy?
Yeah. She's awful. She shouldn't be hosting. We need a host of Jeopardy. We don't need an actress acting like a host.
Have you noticed how incredibly entitled she's become since The Big Bang Theory?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so funny because somebody at work said, oh, Maya Bialik. And I went, yeah. She just looks at me and she goes, she's a neuroscientist. She's the only neuroscientist. She's the neuroscientist. She clearly isn't that good at neuroscience. She wouldn't be acting. How would she?
Yeah, fuck. That role took on a life of its own.
It was, yeah. And she's just so, she's like a bobblehead. I don't know. It's just something that's not right there. It's not. I don't like it. I don't like it.
That's okay.
Let's change it. Stephanie doesn't like it. Oh my God. Jen Jennings looks good next to her though. I'm so mean. You know, I gotta stop that.
That's okay. I like it when you're mean that way.
It's just my opinion, and God knows I'm wrong so many times.
Yeah.
So many.
Well, hon, I want to thank you so much for coming back on today.
I'm so happy to talk to you. I'm so happy things are going to feel like they are. Because you deserve it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I got to go check and see if your card came today.
Oh, okay. Keep your eyes open.
Yes.
Easy.
And also, too, next year is my 5-year anniversary. I'm going to have people do conversations with me during the month of April and May, and I'm going to release it on May 15th, and I'd like you to come back then, and it'll be fun.
Oh, I would love to do that. Thank you.
Absolutely, hon. Well, you have a great day and a happy new year, and be safe.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. Well, there you have it. Stephanie Hodge. I just adore her. And I'm glad that we had another funny, fun, insightful conversation today. Well, until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying there's no shame in living in the past because the present sucks. Later, dudes.